Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the AJ Analysis channel, where we are back with another tactical preview against Athletic Bilbao. This time, things feel a little bit different to what they did this time last week. This time last week, we were anticipating an incredibly tight, difficult game for Manchester United to get through. This week, we are talking about a match where United are already 3-0 up, which is a little bit weird. I don't think any of us expected to be in this position. I don't think we expected to have the... I want to say the luxury of potentially being complacent about this game. We are 3-0 up. We are literally 3-0 up. Like, surely, we don't throw this away. Surely even we can't throw this away. Surely, right, at the end of the day, we're not talking about bottles. And if we are, it's Spurs. Surely we're going to be okay. Surely. What we're going to do today is go through the Manchester United 11 and construct and find a team that we think can win this game. An 11 that we think gets a blend, I think, of what we want to see, but also what we believe Ruben Amorim will do. Of course, if we're talking about Bilbao and how they're likely to approach the game, they're weaker. They are weaker. They are without, realistically, their three biggest threats in the final third. They are, of course, without their starting centre-back because De Plonker got sent off last week. So this is a weaker Bilbao side. This is a brilliant opportunity for Manchester United to secure ourselves a spot in a European final, which, you know, considering the season we've had, a place in a European final, a shot at a trophy, sounds huge. Sounds huge. There's a lot to talk about today because this was a week ago. That is mental. Time is weird because a week ago, Harry Maguire was dancing down the right wing. Time just flies. But Maguire played well last week. I think Garnacho played well last week. Honestly, going through the United players, I don't think there was anyone that performed particularly poorly last week. I think we also have quite a fun conversation today about Ahmad. Is he available? He's available, but is he ready to start? If he's not ready to start, how much could he play? I don't know, but I think he comes into the conversation. I think I put him in the thumbnail for today. Also, I noticed this a moment ago. Why have I put Dorgu so far off the left-hand side? Like, there's left wing back, and then there's, like, he's not even on the pitch. So I don't know how I managed that. But anyway, that's all stuff that we need to talk about today. How United can set up for this game. Before any of that, though, please get in the chat and let me know how you guys are doing. At the top of the chat, you will see a pinned message from David. David, thank you very much. That is a link to my second channel and also the Discord server. So make sure to check it out. We've got loads of people in it. We've got Steve, we've got Zhao, we've got Alex, we've got David, we've got Fail. We've got loads of people. Good morning to you all. We've also got David with the 15-month membership. 15 months. Insane. I think at 18 months, you'll get a new badge. So you're getting there. He says 15-0 today. I mean, 15-0 might be a bit of a stretch. It might be a bit of a stretch. Maybe? You know, Chad 6-1s are normally a little bit audacious. But thank you very much, as always, for the support on the channel and the membership. I really do appreciate it. I would love to see a more attacking approach from Amorim for once. It's a weird one, right? Because there's almost two mindsets here. You can go, we're 3-0 up, we can relax a little bit, we can play, we can attack them, we can try and score goals. There's that fun idea, but there is also, like, we're 3-0 up, so do we do the opposite and go a little bit conservative and protect what we've got? It's a tricky one. I would imagine Amorim this week, of course, would have done a lot of tactical work, a lot of technical work with the players, of course, but I think a lot of the message will have been about concentration, about sharpness for the game, about intensity. I think the kind of those factors will be as important as anything. The players, ideally the fans don't, but the players especially cannot go into this with the attitude of, meh, job done, it's nice and easy. We can't approach the game like that because Bilbao are a good side. And I don't know how to say this. Even at 3-0, I don't feel safe. I was confident coming into this tie. I was confident that we would beat Bilbao over two legs. Even as the most confident United fan, 3-0 up. Surely we can't mess it up, right? Surely we can't. But it happened last night, right? PSG went up 3-0 on aggregate, and then Arsenal pulled one back. And straight away, my brother went, oh, are Arsenal going to get back into this? And that's with like 12 minutes to go, and they still needed 2 goals. Imagine Bilbao score early. Imagine. It's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. But I think we have to be switched on for this game. I don't think the players can come into this with any sort of relaxed mindset. I think we score a fourth, I think we'll be all right. but we need to get that fourth goal. And I think Amarim has been saying something similar, that we need to go and grab that fourth. Oh, look at that. We've also got a 14-month membership from Nev. Nev, I'll be honest, I did not realise you had been a member for that long, my friend. That's insane. Thank you very much for the support, as always. He says 15's a bit too much, but 14-0 is a bit more doable. Dallo Screamer, of course. Would it be an AJ Analysis stream or anything to do with us without a Dallo Screamer being mentioned? I think so. Corey, good morning, mate. How are you? I want pure domination. Send a message to the world. I would love it. I would love us to go out there, beat them 3-0 again, and we're talking about one of the best defences in La Liga, or the best defence in La Liga, and we've just gone and put 6 past them over 2 legs. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. I'm loving the Arsenal meltdown. You can't beat a little Arsenal meltdown, can you? You can't beat it. Who are they blaming this time? I don't know. Maybe if Arteta just played a back 3, it would have worked. I don't know. But apparently that can't work. I don't know. But it is quite fun. It is quite fun. Callum, David wants to know if you actually said that or if I'm making it up. No, he did genuinely say that. And I was like, that's why you should be scared for tonight. The Discord is half just bad puns. That is fact. That is fact. 50% Steve is the Discord server. So maybe don't join. Maybe don't join. Anyway, should we start talking about the Manchester United 11? What we've got on screen right now is the 11 from last week. I'm going to take all the players out, although realistically, as we come back through the team, I think we might end up with something relatively similar with 2 or 3 changes. It's going to be Onana in goal, so I'll leave him in that position, but I'm going to get rid of everyone else. So let me put my wing-backs up here. Look at me all organised. I'm going to put my midfielders down here. My wingers, or my 10s, whatever they are going to be here, and my strikers are going to be over here. And let's go through this Manchester United team. Only United can still make you feel uneasy, even with a 3-0 advantage. I wonder what score we would have had to have won in the first leg for us to come into this fully like, yeah, and what? Easy. Like, how scarred are we? What would the score have to be for us truly to believe we're already through? I wonder. Alex in the chat with a gifted membership. Alex, thank you very much, as always, for the support on the channel, my friend. Guys, that chat right now should be full of love hearts for Alex, saying thank you. He's an absolute legend. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The first 20 minutes are going to be the most important. Look at the PSG versus Arsenal game last night. Arsenal were all over them and almost scored. Yeah, Arsenal should have scored 2 goals in the first 10 minutes probably, and that tie is flipped on its head and it's a completely different match, and we're not laughing at Arsenal fans, which would be horrendous right now. So fortunately they didn't score in the first 20 minutes, but your point is spot on. If Bilbao, I don't want this to happen, but if Bilbao were to score in the first 20 minutes, it's possible, and then let's say they grab a set piece on the 60th, it is possible. We have this habit of making life very difficult for ourselves. So, we're not talking about an 11 here where we rotate. We are not talking about an 11 where we throw the youngsters in, or we start trying to get minutes into the legs of certain players. No. No, we go strong. We go at them. I want a strong Manchester United team. So let's try and build one, starting off with the back 3. Who have you guys got for the back 3 today? Lindelof is an option. Let's talk about that. He didn't have a very good first leg. Not very well. I mean, he makes a huge block on the line, right? 0-0, which, looking back, is huge. What a block. But my days, he was poor for that first half hour. We've got Harry Maguire could play in the back 3. We've got Lenny Yoro. We've got Luke Shaw, who played 45 minutes at the weekend and got brought off. And Amarim did mention about having this game in mind. So I wonder if we might see Shaw in this match. Johnny Evans. Maybe not. And also, if I can find him. I just said I'm organised and I can't find him. Mazraoui. Those are probably the options for the back 3, I would say, today. I don't think De Ligt looks anywhere near close to being available, so we will not be seeing him. So who would you guys have out of the back 3? For me, I think I know what I would like to see. Edward, congrats on the new contract, mate. Congratulations, my friend. Spanish teams have fallen off hard. I don't feel threatened at all. I wish I was that confident. I wish. Back 3 of Callum, Chad, and Valza. Wow, that sounds like it's going to leak goals. United always make it interesting. It's nice of them to do that, right? We'd be bored. If football was easy, it'd be so boring. We need some, heart attacks along the way, right? Josh says, nah, it's done. Look at that team now have arguably their 3 best players out. Josh, I don't know if you're trolling, mate. I don't know. Are you trying to set us up for failure here or something? Remember Coventry last season? Thank you, Steve. Thank you. It's scary. Shaw coming off at half-time makes me think he'll start, to be honest. But I'd rather keep the same back three as last week. Yeah, I agree with the first part of that message there. Shaw coming off at half-time, Amorim mentioning this game, to me makes me think he might play. He might start, but I might be wrong. Let's look at some of these back threes. Shaw, Maguire, Yoro, Maguire, Mazraoui, Shaw, Maguire, Yoro. I think let's make that clear right away, right? I think it's Harry Maguire because we don't have many other options. Lenny Yoro will play somewhere in the back three. The conversation is, Johnny Evans will take you out, respectfully, of course, Johnny. I think the conversation is, what side does Yoro play? And then who is the third centre-back? Is it Mazraoui dropping deeper into a back three? Possible. Is it Lindelof who started the first leg? Or is it Luke Shaw? I think that is the question. And what I might do for this is a lovely little poll for the final centre-back. Did I see a gifted membership in there from David? I think I did. Of course I did. It's David. David, thank you very much. As always, my friend. Guys, you know what to do. Get some love hearts in the chat for David. Whilst I have a complete meltdown trying to figure out what names I'm typing. Who am I talking about here? Centre-backs. Yeah, David, thank you very much. As always, mate. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Sorry, my brain is struggling today. It's been a long week. I'm not ill, but I think I'm ill. I don't know if I'm ill. It's complicated. Either Shaw, Yoro, or Yoro, Mazraoui. Go with the latter. So you wouldn't have Lindelof at all. Like I said, Lindelof, he did. I don't want to jump on a player when we just won 3-0 last week, right? He didn't play very well, though, did he? That first 30 minutes. I think, I just sent in chat there from Dave. I want this game to be a boring 1-0 to United. I think that's the slightly frustrating thing about last week. If we'd just got one in the second half, which we probably should have done, if we really wanted to, I think we would have. It would be 4-0 up and we would be so... I think just that extra one goal would fill us with so much more confidence. If we could have just grabbed one in the second half, that's why I found it frustrating. We managed the game really well. We completely killed the tempo. Bilbao didn't... They had a brief spell, but apart from that, they didn't really get a sniff. But I just wish we'd gone and killed the tie completely. Put a fourth past them, because then it opens up and there's even a chance of a fifth late on. I wish we had done that, because every time we kind of switched up the intensity in the second half of that match, I felt like we were going to score, but it didn't happen, and it sort of puts us in this position here. But like you said, a boring 1-0 win today, we'll take it. We'll take it. It puts us through to the final. It does a lot for this football club if we can do that. And I guess maybe with that in mind, you pick your 11. Do you pick your drama 3-11? Your drama 3-11, which, is Lindelof part of your drama 3-11? Or is he sort of a mistake waiting to happen? What do we reckon? At the moment, the poll has got Mazraoui dominating, which is interesting because recently he's played a wing-back because a certain individual has been missing. Of course, Diogo Dalot, but also someone else. But that certain individual is back in contention. Are you guys thinking of this at wing-back, by the way? Is that what we're thinking? Hey, Steve, mate, the cap comes off for the final, my friend. Comes off for the final. I can't use it twice for one tie, It's probably bad luck or something, I'm not sure. Also, my hair's even worse today than it was last week. Knowing this team, though, AJ, if we were 4-0 up, we probably would have conceded. That's interesting as well, yeah. If we were 4-1 up coming into this, would the mindset be any different? Would we be looking at it differently? Do you think? That's weird to think about. Yeah, if we had got a fourth on the 60th minute, for example, but then conceded late on, I wonder where our heads would be at right now. We'd probably still be pretty confident, right? Still a 3-goal lead. Got a feeling that Bilbao will come back for some reason. I hope not. I really, really hope not. I mean, it sounds like such a simple task. Don't concede 3 goals at Old Trafford and you're going to a European final. It sounds so simple. It sounds so straightforward that only we could mess it up. Mazraoui, Yoro, Maguire. Ahmad finished the game. Yeah. I think it'd be a frantic 20 minutes, but I feel we will win 2-0. We need that first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes, we've got to be switched on. Bilbao will come at us. They will come aggressive. They will look to attack United and make Old Trafford nervy. That will be their aim. That's what Bilbao's sort of team talk, final words from the manager before they go out onto the pitch will be about starting fast. United have got to weather the storm. It's a term I use all the time. Weather the storm. United have got to weather that storm for the first 20 minutes. But also I think it's important to, for the sake of the Old Trafford atmosphere and to keep the fans on side, if you know what I mean, during the game and connected to the game. I do think it's important for United to try and play as well in that first 20. Yes, it's about withstanding pressure and surviving that first 20 minutes, not conceding, protecting a 3-goal lead. But I think it is also important for us to try and get the ball as well and try and play with it, because you don't want to sink into a game that turns into Bilbao dominant and just it's a matter of time before they score, because then it becomes nervy. So I think there's a blend that Amorim has to get here between being safe and being smart and being cautious early on, which I think he will be. Amorim is a cautious manager, I feel. But we do also need to get that balance of get on the ball and play as well, right? The best way to annoy Bilbao and stop them having threat is if we can take the ball off them and make it comfortable, like we did in the second half last week, of course, against 10 men. But that would be the ideal for us. I just don't know how easy it is. I wouldn't play Ahmad for more than 45 minutes, so then the debate is whether he should start or be on the bench. I agree with that. For me, Ahmad, it's more about the final. It's more about the final for me. But we can't assume we're through. This is where you get that tough balance, right? Because you want to protect him for the final, but also we've got to get through this game. It's tough. I think we can deal them damage in the transition because they have to commit bodies forward today if they want to get something. That might be the strategy early on for the first 20 minutes to let the game settle, let them have the ball a little bit, hit them a couple of times on the counter-attack. That might be the way to sort of let the game play out early on, sort of throw the punches on the counter-attack. Mate, I would love it though if after that we could then have that settled spell where we get Bruno on the ball, we get Casemiro on the ball, whoever it may be. I'd like to see that. Play on the back foot and an attack on the counter. It does make a lot of sense. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you could please leave a like on the stream whilst you're here, that would be amazing. Every time that we have spoken, I don't always ask for likes. Is that a lie? Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't always beg for likes. Maybe that's a lie as well. Anyway, when we've spoken about likes before Europa League games, it works. It works. Every time we sit here and go, if you leave a like, we're likely to win the Europa League, it's worked. It's worked every time. So it's worth a try. If you leave a like on the stream, apparently United are more likely to beat Bilbao tonight and progress through to the final. And I mean, the final, that could be some fun. So leave a like. It might help United. Who knows? Do you want Ahmad in that first 20-minute blender or in the second half versus tired legs? It's a good question. It's a really good question. Well, it's one we'll come back to in a little bit, actually. So Mazraoui won the poll for... Actually, I've just said that. We're about to literally go to wing-backs. So Mazraoui won the poll for the back three. So we're going to take Lindelof and Shaw out, which is interesting. I don't know if I agree. I think Shaw might start and Mazraoui plays wing-back, but we'll see. Anyway, wing-backs. Harry Amas, been in the team recently. He is an option. Patrick Dorgu on the left-hand side is certainly an option. Mazraoui now isn't because we've got him there. So we also have Ahmad, I would say. Dorgu could play either side. I did see Corey mentioning going like really direct, really attacking with the likes of Mantato and Garnacho. I would love to see it. I would love United to be in a place where we go and attack a team at Old Trafford, especially 3-0 up. Get at them, attack them, score goals. I would love it, but I just don't think it will happen. I would be very surprised. If United can take control of this game, we'll go through 100%. Yeah, and I think that will be Amorim's message to the players. But I think what we have to remember is control can mean different things. Control doesn't mean you've necessarily got to have the ball and have 95% possession. Oh yeah, Shaw is a wing-back option. Good shout. I'll put him in there. Thank you. Control doesn't have to be having on the ball. Control can be defensive. You can play in a compact shape and still have control. For me, control isn't having the ball. It's controlling where the ball goes and controlling the spaces. That's what control is. So we don't have to sit here and have 60% possession in this game, although it would be ideal because I think it would kill Bilbao. But we don't have to do that. There is a way to control this game by being compact, by being safe, by being behind the ball and making it difficult to play through. And I think what we'll have to do is do it in spells. There'll be periods where we need to get on the ball, slow it down and have it ourselves. There'll be moments where we need to defend deep. There'll be moments where we have to play fast and to attack. It's going to be a blend, right? It's going to be a blend. And yes, whoever said it, you are correct. Shaw should certainly be in the wing-back discussion as well. And I like that idea that I've just seen. If we're trying to protect Ahmad, we could do that. We could do that. What a gorgeous looking man. I'm going to assume you're talking about me, not Amarim. Thank you very much for the compliment. I wonder how long Shaw will last for. Are you talking about how many minutes he can play in a game? Or are we talking about how long until he's injured again? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Shaw is a wing-back option? Yep, 100%. 100%. Amarim is the first manager that I see sub the centre-back so frequently. I'm really interested to see how that's going to play out next season because, like I said, he does it a lot, and managers typically throughout history have tried to avoid doing that because if you can keep your defence settled, then it sort of gives you the platform, the foundation for the rest of the team. What I would love to know is, has Amarim been doing that because we're constantly managing injuries and knocks and fitness? You know, Maguire is someone who's had to come off early in certain games because we're worried about him potentially getting an injury. Someone like De Ligt is someone we've had to protect a lot. Is that why he's been doing it so regularly, or is it something he likes to do? Is it a tactical thing that he wants to rotate his centre backs a lot? Be interesting actually to go watch some games from Sporting to see if he did it so much there. Anyway, I'm waffling. Wing backs. I don't think Harry Amas will start. He could start. He could start, can he? He could start. Should we do... We'll start off with a left wing back poll. Yeah, Corey, I saw your shout, mate. I did mention it. I said I would love us to be that aggressive. I'd love to be a team that can do that. I just don't think we're going to for this game. I don't think it's in Amarim's personality almost, his management style to do that. Anyway, we'll do a poll for left wing back. I don't know why I've read it in that order, but I have. Amas, Shaw, Dorgu, left wing back. And once we've got that sorted, we'll try and figure out the right-hand side, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully that should give us some answers. I don't think Shaw could play more than an hour as a wing back. Yeah, I think 60, 65, yeah, that would probably be his cap. Probably be his cap. AJ, how did we play in a Brentford game? Oh yeah, I should address that. For those of you that haven't seen the message, the reason I haven't done any videos this week and didn't cover the Brentford game is because I've been ill. I don't know how to describe how I'm ill, I'm just ill. What did I make of the Brentford game? Let's cast our minds back to that one. I'm trying to remember. It's kind of escaping my memory. I did analyse the game. I've got all the notes for it. I'm trying to remember. I think Garnacho had a really good game, didn't he? My brain has like weirdly deleted that game. Garnacho played really well that game against Brentford. I was impressed with him. Who else impressed me? I'm trying to remember. That game seems ages ago. Oh yeah, the big thing was that our young players got exposed, didn't they? Brentford were clever. Brentford are one of the most physical teams in the Premier League. We played quite a physically weak team. We played an inexperienced team. The third youngest in Premier League history, I believe. Our youngest ever in Premier League. So I think Brentford were just smart at the weekend, to be honest. I think Brentford were just smart. They took advantage of a weakness that we had, and Brentford have got good players. I think we also showed some good attacking signs as well, though. I thought some of the attacking stuff was good. Some of the sort of passing and moving football. I love the first goal. Why is everyone saying I got diarrhea, by the way? I can confirm that is not the case. Yeah, I thought some of the stuff was good the other day. I was impressed by it. Yeah, Ugarte. Quality. Especially that first 30 minutes. Ugarte showed up. He showed up. It was almost like he'd been given the message from Amarim. Like, we've got a lot of young players around you, so I need you to win your battles, mate. I need you to perform. And I really felt like he did. Ugarte was very, very good at the weekend. I was pleased with that. Yeah, Corey, that's a valid point, mate. That is a valid point, and we could see that duo in there. Garnacho's looking much better last few weeks for sure. 100%. 100%. Couple of good performances in a row. He looks... The last couple, he's looked a bit more mature with the performances. Is that just naturally sort of growing into the system, understanding the role. I'm not sure, but he is looking better. Hope you feel as good as you look soon. Cheers. Not the Ugarte emoji with it as well. Thank you very much, mate. Okay, so you guys have gone Dorgu left wing back, which in my eyes, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. But if you guys are voting Dorgu left wing back, for me, let's put him over there. That leaves us with Ahmad right wing back, unless I'm missing something, because Amas, I don't see it. Sure, I don't see it. Obviously, Mazraoui would have been an option, but we've put Mazraoui there. Do we have, apart from the youngsters, Mantato, Camerson, but I don't think they're going to play. I don't think, certainly not start. AJ now feeling Ugarte. Hey, he had a good game. I'm an honest man, okay? If I think a player plays poorly, I'll say I think they played poorly. If I think they played well, I'll say I think they played well. Ugarte, last Thursday, made me want to do horrible things, okay? That first 30 minutes, he was doing my head in. At the weekend, the first 30, I thought it was phenomenal. Maguire turned their left back inside out in the first leg. Imagine what Ahmad can do to him. Was it the left back that was in the position against Maguire? Because it was the second phase after a set piece, wasn't it? Was it actually the left back that was defending that situation? I can't remember. If it was, that's not a good image for a left back, by the way, getting cooked by Maguire. But I love Maguire, so good job. Anyway, midfielders. We've got Casemiro. Wow, Casemiro. He has turned around his United career so much. I'm going to do a video on it because quality recently. We've got Christian Eriksen is an option. We've got Kobbie Mainoo is an option. We've got Ugarte is an option. We've got Bruno Fernandes as an option. Outside of that, Mason Mount is a bit of a rogue shout. Not really played there yet under Ruben Amorim, so I don't see it happening. And then we've got the young players like Sekou Kone, who, again, I don't think it will happen. So for me, it's these 5 into 2 positions. Although, of course, a couple of these, Kobbie, Bruno, Eriksen, are versatile enough to play in the front 3. So what are we feeling in terms of double pivot? Still surprises me how many people would rather build the midfield around Ugarte rather than Mainoo. I just don't get it. Yeah, Josh, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. I said it from the moment we signed Ugarte. I think he's a good player. I think he cost a bit too much for my liking. I think he's going to turn out to be a very good squad player for us. He is not a player that I would build my 11 round, but I think he's a good squad player. And hopefully he becomes that because he could be an amazing asset for us to have. Also, just confirm, I'm not Ugarte, okay, guys? I'm not Ugarte. Just to clarify that. Casemiro Ugarte, Ugarte Bruno, Casemiro Ugarte, Mainoo Casemiro. Have I got a picture of Casemiro? Let's just get his big, beautiful face on the screen. What a man. He's been there, he's done it, it's easy for him. And it's what he does, Casemiro. How has he spun it around like that? So many people, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but so many people at kind of his stage of his career, he's won everything. He didn't need to turn around and prove himself to idiots like me, right? He didn't need to do that. Not at United. He could have taken some money, I'm sure, last summer and gone somewhere and had life quite easy. But he decided to stay in this absolute mess of a football club and turn it around. And fair play to the bloke. Fair play, because his performances at the moment are so good. I think Amorim deserves credit as well for the way that he's protected him, the way that he's sort of tactically enhanced his performances. I think he's done very well. So it's nice to see that. And I think it's a good sign for other players. If he can find a way to platform Casemiro well in the team, then maybe he can find a way to platform Kobbie in the team or a Mason Mount next season. You know, we've seen with Garnacho, we've seen him getting more used to the system recently. We've seen Amorim using him in different ways to what he does other players. It's nice to see our manager taking players, identifying their strengths, and playing players to their strengths. I think that's really good to see. I absolutely love it. Anyway, I think what we might do to figure out this midfield situation is this. Bruno Fernandes is going to play. So let's go Bruno's position. Oh, I missed out my capital B. That is a crime. Anyway, Bruno's position, we'll call it CM, centre mid, or we'll call it a 10. I know these positions kind of get given a few different names. Where would you play Bruno? Because he'll definitely start. So once we figure out his starting position, it'll be easier to figure out what goes on around him. AJ, are any players at risk of missing a final if they get booked? I don't actually know for sure. I do not know for certain. Is it also definitely still a thing? Because the yellows do get wiped eventually. I'm thinking that the game last night, the Champions League games, was there a mention of like blah 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 is one booking away? I don't remember that being a thing. Let me see if I can find it. I think we're okay. Oh yeah, let's have that brief conversation because that has been a talking point this week that I've missed through being half dead. Bruno Fernandes. Linked with moves away from the club this summer. Let's hope that doesn't happen, right? People have asked me how much money I would accept, anything like that. What would I accept for Bruno? I tell you what, if they come build our stadium for us, pay for it, and give us 500 million, they can have him, right? They can have him on a 6-month loan if they give us that. If not, nah. If you want to see my reasoning, Discord server is the place to be, and there's a link right now at the top of the chat. Look at that for a little plug. Join the Discord server, and you will see my reasoning behind why I'm so adamant on Bruno Fernandes staying. I wouldn't accept anything for him. You don't sell your Brunos of the world. You don't. They're rare. You do not sell them. So I believe with the whole suspension thing, if you were to be red carded, of course you would miss the final. But I don't think there is an accumulation of yellow cards here. I don't think. Sean, good morning. How are you, my friend? Where's the link to the Discord, by the way? Oh, the link to the Discord, now you mention it, is at the top of the chat. You will see a message from David, and the message says AJ Talks Tactics link, which is a link to my second channel, and then there's also a Discord link at the end of that as well. If that doesn't work, then let us know in the chat, and I'm sure someone like David will sort you out with another link in the chat for you to join with. Garnacho and Mount got yellows in the previous leg. Yeah, I think they're fine. I'm confident that they're fine, that you don't then face suspension. I think you're fine. It used to be a thing, of course, but I don't think it is anymore. Just looked it up. No one can be suspended. Happy days. Yes, it's the white box at the top of the chat. What was I going to say? I had an important message to give there. Oh yeah, Bruno Fernandes. Of course, also more recent rumours are apparently he wouldn't be swayed by it. I don't know that he's straight up rejected them. I don't know. But I think he'll stay. Good. Tams, good morning, mate. How are you? Is it today you've got your thingy? If so, best of luck, my friend. Hope you're well. AJ is a nerd. Yeah, that's kind of true. AJ, I really want us to finish 17th and win the Europa League and qualify for the Champions League just to take the piss out of Wenger. I'm so down for that. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, can we not finish 17th? Can we not? Would you blame Bruno? No. Let's make that very clear. I do not want Bruno to leave. I would do anything for Bruno to stay. Almost anything, for legal reasons. But if Bruno took the paycheck and left, I could not blame him. You're talking about generational wealth right there. He's setting up his family for a long time. So I wouldn't blame him at all. But I think he'll stay because he's a football man. And he's at a point in his career where he can have a similar offer in 5 years' time once he's won the Champions League and the Premier League with United, right? Then we could talk about that. Anyway, what you guys voted in the poll? 61% have gone for Bruno Fernandes in the 10. So that makes life with the rest of the team a little bit easier because I don't think Eriksen will start in a double pivot, so we'll take him out. So basically, I think we've got these three, Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo, Ugarte, into 2 positions. What do we reckon? Nev, you heard me, buddy. Oh, Nev, let me quickly saw something. Hang on, if YouTube lets me. Oh, worst decision of my life, this one. There you go, Nev, mate. Bam, bam, bam. Let's hope I did that for the right person. If not, I clicked on the wrong name. Nev, send a message in the chat, mate. See if your name is a different colour. Finish 16th and win the Europa League this season, then finish 17th and win the Champions League next season. Anyone in? I'm down. Can you imagine another season where we finish 16th, 17th? Aye. Casemiro starts, very true. So it's basically Kobe or Ugarte. And I think I know what we'll see here. Yes, Nev, look at that. Beautiful, mate. What is with the random Irish accent? I got told at high school by a teacher that I was Irish. And I was like, but I'm not. And they just kept trying to tell me that I am. And I don't know, like, I don't know if they were trying to gaslight me into thinking I'm Irish. It was a very confusing situation. What a weird teacher thinking about it. What were they doing? Yeah, anyway, little random fact for you there. I'm not against Bruno going for a large fee. Let's be real, this guy is getting old and it's best to replace him now than when he's completely useless. The thing is, the way I see Bruno is, I think he can do this for another 6 years. Maybe longer. I think he's that sort of player. Look at Modric. I think he's going to be of that sort of player. So, you know, selling him before he's useless, we could do that in 5 years. I don't think we have to do it now. I don't think we have to do it now at all. I think he's absolutely fine. We don't need to rush into selling Bruno. In 5 years, if a big club wants to come in and give us 120 mil for him, then I'll accept it. But not right now. Not right now. Too good. You don't sell your best players, is my message. Can confirm AJ is not Irish. Why can Bobby the Bob Bob confirm that? Do I know Bobby the Bob Bob? Bobby the Bob Bob, do I know you in real life, mate? If so, this is weird. Because I don't think I know someone called Bobby the Bob Bob in real life. If I do, hi. Anyway, are we feeling Ugarte in midfield? Ugarte, Casemiro. It feels safe. Right, 3-0 up. We don't need to go crazy in this game. Let's protect ourselves. We saw it in the first leg. I think we'll see it again here. The only thing I would say is, please, you two, and Maguire, because we know he likes to go and play in midfield, apparently. Can these three, please, first half hour, also the whole game, but particularly the first half hour, keep the ball. Please don't lose it in stupid areas. Because last week, I nearly went through my TV watching these guys trying to play out from the back. Can we not do that again, please? Can we not? Please. Like, if possible, not just give Bilbao the ball constantly. That would be lovely. Please and thank you. Lovely. Why is Bob with the Bob Bob sent a wink and face? Do I know you? Damn, you could be anyone. That's crazy. Why am I getting ads? You actually shouldn't be getting ads because I physically can't put ads on these streams because of how I got it set up. So, you actually shouldn't. I'm from Uruguay. I hate you lot. Anyway, front three time. We've got our back. We've got our goalkeeper. Onana. What a boy. We've got our back three. Lovely. Double pivot. Wing backs. Bish, bash, bosh. We need a front three. We need someone who's going to put the ball in the back of the net, score some goals. Happy days, we win 7-0. We're through to the final. Who are the players to do that? Bruno. Probably. It's probably fair. Bruno. Kobe in the front three. Maybe. Ericsson in the front three. Maybe. Mount in the front three. Ooh. I don't know why I did that. Garnacho in the front three. Quite likely. Rasmus Højlund in the front three. Feels like a near certainty because we don't have anyone else to play up front unless one of these plays some sort of false nine role. So, what do we reckon? Front three, finish it off. Bruno's going to be there. Who will the other two be? Let me know what you think. Let me know. Let's go long ball. I'm okay with it. Let's do time wasting like PSG did. I think that was something that was good about PSG's performance last night was that they want to play out from the back. Of course they do. They've got so many good technical players. They want to get the ball on the floor and play. All right, chat, allow it, mate. Ooh. Moving on. PSG, they want to get the ball down and play. That's how they always play. But I think last night they were smart. They had a lead. You don't need to take risks. Go a little bit more direct. Play over the opposition at times. I don't think it's a bad idea. Normally, I'm not a big fan of it because, well, largely because I don't think we're great up here. But at 3-0, we just don't need to pass to someone in here, we lose the ball and concede. We just don't need that. We don't need that. Four-way poll. Can we... I can't remember how many options we can do. Oh, we can do 4. Lovely. Okay. So we're going to title this Left 10. And our options are going to be And Garnacho, who I would guess is probably the most likely, you know, if I had to put my life on it. Mount would be up there as well. Kobe Mainoo. And finally, Christian Eriksen. Poll for the left 10. Lovely idea, Alex. There we go. In the chat. If it loads. Now. I can't wait to beat Inter in the Super Cup. I'm going to punish them for giving us Onana. That's such a great message. That's such a great message. Mount in the front three. Possibly. Garnacho, Højlund, Bruno. Garnacho, Højlund, Mount false 9. That is the option, I guess. Højlund feels very likely. There is a false 9 opportunity, maybe, if we want to. I think probably is the same front three that we've been... Oh, wait, no, I had Ahmad in my front three. Never mind, ignore me. I'm chatting a load of rubbish. I think it's likely to be Bruno, Højlund, Garnacho. Is the most likely, I would guess. Garnacho attended the press conference, so I guess it's straightforward. Very, very true. We, of course, applied that logic last week with Ugarte. We said he'd done the press conference, he's likely to start, and he started. So that is a very good point. Very likely. Very likely. And it would just feel like an odd game for us to suddenly go, let's try a false 9, guys. It would feel like a weird time to do that. So, Højlund, right? Højlund will play up front. Which means our team come into this game. Is it the most important game of the season so far? No, weirdly, I think last week was more important still. But it's a big one. That team, how do we feel? How do we feel? Højlund to start, he was fully rested last game. Yeah. How do we feel about this starting 11? And also, because I think this is important, how do we feel about the subs that it gives us? My concern is I'm not seeing an obvious right wing back sub. Someone for Ahmad. Unless it would be, and we spoke about this earlier, changing the centre backs around. Are we looking at a sub where Ahmad comes off after 45, Mazraoui goes to right wing back, especially if we're 1-0 up, right? Shaw could come into the back three. Something like that would make a lot of sense. We could also, later in the game, see... Let's get Ahmad back there. We could see someone like Mount coming into the front three. We could see Kobe coming in there. You know, realistically, let's say Bruno goes deeper for Ugarte. We seem to see that quite regularly. Kobe could then come on into the 10, or Mount could. Dorgu, we might be looking at full 90 from him. We might be looking at full 90 unless Amas gets minutes, but I don't know that he will for this game. Only change I would make is Lindelof for Mazraoui and Mazraoui for Ahmad. Yeah, I think if we're going in terms of... I'll tell you what, I'll give you my quick predicted. Not what I would do, but if I had to put something on this game, what I think the team will be, I think it will be Onana Maguire. I think it will be Yoro to the right. I think it will be Shaw to the left. I think it will be Dorgu left wing back. I think it will be... I just moved Mazraoui and I can't... Where is he? Mazraoui on the right. I think it'll be those two. This is my predicted. If I had to guess what the 11 was going to be, I would guess it's something like that. So in terms of what we've got different to the team we just made, it's Shaw for Ahmad, is it? Is that the only change? I think so. I think that's where we're at. And I think if we can score the first goal, 4-0 up, we just should be okay. We just should, because at that point, they've got to be so attacking. They've got to be so attacking to try and score 4 goals at Old Trafford. And you'd think at that point it just opens up a little bit and we can hit them on the transition. By the way, do I look really low down? Because I swear my chair is like slowly sinking. Am I lower than I was earlier? I feel low. Look how low I am. I feel like I'm shrinking. Is that just me? No, Ahmad? Yeah, that's purely just based on protecting him fitness-wise. You know, we want him fit for the final. That's the plan for me with Ahmad. Get him to a point where he can start, he can play 60, 70, 80, 90, I don't know, minutes in the final. That would be my plan. I wouldn't rush him for this game. He can have 30 here, he can have 40 here maybe, and then maybe we can give him 20, 30 again at the weekend, and then maybe next weekend he can play 60, and, you know, sort of build him up for the final would be my plan. I'd like Bruno deep and Mainoo with Garnacho. I would like that, yeah. I would like it. You're right next to United's league position now, mate. Don't worry about it. That is sadly very, very true. AJ is 4'7" confirmed. I would take that. I would take that. I cannot afford to shrink. If Mazraoui is at right centre back, then got to decide who plays where at wing backs. Yeah, that is the conversation. I've seen you having it in chat. If Mazraoui does go there, like you said, is it Dorgu? Is it Ahmad? Who could play that role? It's a little bit tricky, which is why I think we go sort of simple and go Mazraoui. Lindelof, yeah, you guys are right. Lindelof is an option. He absolutely is. Poor start last week. Grew into the game eventually. Big blocks, like we said. Experienced centre-back, he could play this game. I just think, if possible, Amrin will do this. If he can. I think he'll do this. Don't know how fit Shaw is. But the fact that Shaw played 45, he could have played longer at the weekend. Why didn't he play longer at the weekend? Because he's ready for this one. It's just my thinking. Because we know that Amorim isn't, in an ideal world, the biggest fan of Lindelof. When we had more players fit, it took Lindelof ages to get into the team. Ages. So, yeah. That would be my predicted 11 for the game. We have, of course, also discussed what you guys would go for in the chat as well. I think the only thing that we need to do is goal scorers and score predictions. Dorgu is... Why is Dorgu so far away? I think Dorgu's gradually going left. I'm gradually, going down. It's great combo. Big balls, says Chad. Did I say big balls? I meant to say big blocks, but 8 if the shoe fits. Yeah, score predictions. What do we reckon for this one? 3-0 from the first leg. Bilbao need to come at us. They need to attack us. I think they might score. I'm going to go. I don't know whether to go a 2-1 win to United or a 3-1 win to United. I want to go 2-1. I'm going to say... Can I say Højlund again? I feel like I say Højlund a lot and it doesn't happen. Rasmus is going to score. Played well last week. He did. He played well last week. I think he's going to score. Who's going to get the other? It's Europa League. Bruno's going to score. 2-1 United. Goal from Bruno. Goal from Rasmus. Who's going to grab the one for Bilbao? I don't know. And to be honest, I don't really care. 2-1 win for United. What does that leave the scoreline? 5-1? Lovely. Now you said big blocks. Now you said big balls because you just got manipulated into saying it. Guys, don't be like Chad. Even a 1-0 loss will get us into the final. That's why even a 2-0 loss gets us into the final. It's why we just won't throw it away. Or will we? No, we'll be all right. Josh says 1-0 to United with the Bruno pen. I'll take it. I think this match is going to be a snooze fest. No point being intense. Yeah, in an ideal world, by the 60th minute, Bilbao had given up and gone, what's the point? So Corey says, with his ideal team, 5-0, which gives us an 8-0 aggregate. Can you imagine? But with this team, 2-0, 5-0 on aggregate goals from Ahmad and Bruno. I would take it. Either way. Onana for Bilbao. Preferably not. David with the super chat. David, thank you very much. He's gone for another 3 goals from United in a 3-1 win. Goals coming from Garnacho, Yoro, and Bruno. I like that little collection of goal scorers. That is quite beautiful. Steve, did you actually? Oh, the poll is still open. Yeah, it is. 108 votes. Guys, thank you very much for the votes on the poll. If you have had a vote, could you also leave a like, please? Please, leave a like. I have booked my flight to Bilbao already. If these lot do me wrong tonight, I will never forgive them. Honestly, understandable. Chad says 3-1 to make it 6-1 on aggregate. I did nearly suggest that. I was waiting for someone to say it. This team enjoys throwing it away, never been more scared, even though we have a 3-0 lead. I think we're going to be okay. Bobby the Bob says 2-1. Goals from Bruno, Højlund, and Onana with a massive fumble. Poor Onana, always out here catching strays. I want to know if I know Bobby the Bob in real life now. Who would be called Bobby the Bob that I know? That's a great question. Do I know Bobby the Bob Bob? It's got me thinking. Can we see a Spurs implosion tonight too? Why not? Why not? If anyone can, oh, it's the team called Spurs, right? It's quite Spursy of them to do it, you might say. Anyway, I think apart from that's everything, right? We're 3-0 up. We've got an 11. We've got predictions. We've got goal scorers. All of that good stuff. We're confident we're going to win this football match. Right? Or is it just me? I'm confident. I think United are going to win this game. So I think that is everything that we need to discuss for today. Yeah, we're a little bit nervous, but I think we're confident at the same time. Bobby is pro, mama. Steve, I despise you, mate. I despise you. Anyway, yeah, I think that is all we need to discuss for today. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this stream. Hopefully, it's just sort of event-free tonight. Just event-free. Previously, I've asked for, I like a bit of jeopardy in the Europa League. I like it. I like to be emotionally invested in a football match. Tonight, I would love it if it's just nice, easy. Is it a boring 0-0? I don't know. Is it a dull 1-0 win from a penalty? Sure. I just want it calm, nice and relaxed. We're through to the next round. Prepare for the Europa League final. And by the way, if we do get to the Europa League final, I will be doing a charity stream on the day of the final. Build up throughout most of the day. I don't know how long the stream will be, but we're going to do loads of different stuff. So that's another reason why we need to hope for us to get through. Yeah, basically not a Leon, just calm. But if it takes a Leon for us to go through, then we'll do that as well. I just want us through. I'm not fussy. Just win the match, please. Yeah, that's everything, right? Thank you guys very much for watching the stream. Thank you very much for the super chats, for the gifted memberships, for the renewal of memberships. Thank you for everyone in the polls. Anyone that left a like, legendary behaviour. If you subscribed, why? So kind of you. And also, if you checked out the second channel or the Discord linked in the chat, thank you very much. Hopefully, United get the job done tonight. And I will be back tomorrow morning with a video on United versus Bilbao, how we comfortably cruise through to the next round. And then we will be streaming in the afternoon, looking ahead